I timed that really well. Okay, hello JJ. Hello Hannah. Hi Hannah. Congrats on not forgetting this was happening. Let me make sure. I don't actually think I have... Yeah, no, I'm not in a Discord call yet. Give me a second. Where did the thing I was looking for go? Okay, there we go. There we go. We're gonna have to see if this works. So... Patience, please. Because BlueStacks is already trying my patience. It just... it just doesn't look right. Here. Like, this is not the one I'm gonna be using, but, it's just in the corner, and I don't know why. So let me see if I can close that window and reopen it. BlueStacks was like, what if I... like, just... you know, fucked around and found out. Alright. Here, you can look at this one for a second. I downloaded Lord of the Rings War, if anyone was curious. That's what I've got going for me. Lord of the Rings War. I don't know anything about anything. There they are. Alright. That's not it. There we go. It's not in the right spot, though. Cool. Why can't I hear things? That's not good. That's not good. Here. It's muted. Why was it muted? I don't know. That's way too loud. If I had to guess, that's way too loud. Hold on. Here, I should mute it down here. Is that better? Is that... How are we feeling about this volume right now as I'm talking? How's this one? It's a little loud for me, but that's not the issue here. You actually can't hear it anymore. Okay. It's really hard for me to tell because it's about halfway. Alright, sorry, I was just confused because for some reason, OBS has me looking at desktop audio 2, Discord sound, and then my mic, and desktop audio 2, and Discord audio. All 3 of those look like they show up for BlueStacks. So I was just like, Discord sound is so loud, it's almost louder than me. So I was just like, that's correct. Anyway, we'll mess with that as we need to, if we need to. Just like, what am I looking at? Alright, moving things around so I can see like a person. I have to tweet real quick. Hello, welcome. I just have to like tweet for the Phoenix Zine like, holy shit, there's a thing. Except not that, exactly. Anyway, perfect. Yeah, literally. He's in the walls. He's in the walls, that's nuts. Alright, so what we know about Layton Brothers Mystery Room. This guy has a big nose, and that's all I got. Oh, interesting. Okay, on OBS, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, the cursor wasn't showing up. This guy's got a big nose, and I've seen him in fan art. That's all I've seen. Play the game. New game. Hello, Anna. Yes? Literally. Start shaking him violently. Okay. Cool. I literally have no idea what we're doing. I have no idea what this game is like. So, start anew. I also don't know how much, like, I put the voice acting tag on here, but I don't actually know, so. Oh. Hello? Oh. Okay. I'm, 4 years on, it still smarts. Sorry, I didn't think. The heavens opened that night, and the rain sheeted down. That fateful night when I lost my way. When he killed me. What? Wait, what? that was suddenly a lot and fast. They weren't letting me click. They were just like, Detective Constable Baker, are you paying attention? I don't know what these voices are supposed to be. We'll have to get there later. Not voices acted at all. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Deputy Commissioner. I were miles away. Such a nice day out there. I couldn't help gazing out the window. Oh, the sunshine must be a good omen for my first day, don't you think? Oh, spit. Okay. Makes no difference to anything. Maybe if you'd seen a lucky red bat. What does that mean? Also, I'm like assuming they're still British, but like, that really didn't work out for me when like I was like, surely Flora's British. Apparently she's not. Why was she American? I don't know. Like, they just kind of were like, some of you are British, some of you are American, but we are in London. And we are in the UK. And it's like, okay. But anyway, don't forget you've been assigned to what can only be described as a back office. He does. You're correct. You're right. I wouldn't be surprised if it's closed down tomorrow, quite frankly. Aye, but it's where all the other cases that no one else can solve get sent, isn't it? That should be in it. Where the real stinkers get cranked. Oh. Right, so Detective Constable Baker, don't let Deputy Commissioner Chan put you off. I'm sure you'll do very well there. Love this giant badge. Just a giant badge. Thank you, Commissioner. You'll have to work very hard to prove yourself, Baker, considering your performance up until now. I know I did particularly badly in my exams, but it's just that I'd had a bit of... that's just because I had a bad ball tea the night before. Don't worry, DC Baker. I've put you with a very special inspector. He won't let you put a foot wrong. And there's not an officer in the force who can match his powers of deduction. The powers of deduction? Deduction, you say? Also, hello, JFK. Welcome. Really? I'll be working with someone that good, eh?
Oh yes, he's exceptional. In fact, I doubt there's a mystery he couldn't solve if he put his mind to it.
That's grand. I'll get cracking then and introduce myself straight away. I don't know what her voice is. I don't know what the accent is. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry.
Are you sure about this, Commissioner? He's so unstable. You could be putting her in danger.
Unstable? Deductions? Deductions and unstable?
We just have to have faith.
I can't do a Scottish accent, Hannah. Don't put that much faith in me. I'm sorry.
For all his faults, I still believe in offending Layton.
I'm fine. We're fine. We're normal. There's nothing funny about this. I don't know why I'm so... It's fine. We still believe in offending Layton. It's fine. Don't know why that's so funny to me. It's not funny. Oh, whoa. Okay. Oh my god, I don't have him. I don't have him. He's with us now. The little professor. Since I found out there's like multiple sizes of him, I do have to see if I can get a large size of him if one's out there. If there's a large Professor Layton out there, I'd like to have him. A large one? I'd like to see him. Check out this nose. I've seen this guy in fan art. I remember I was like looking at fan art that I had like previously reblogged or something like forever ago, and I saw him in the background and I was like, oopsie. Hannah better not have noticed. I'm dead. Sorry, I'm late. I'm the new... Oh, where is everyone? Well, seeing as I've got the place to myself, I might as well have practice. Ahem. The true culprit of this crime is you. Oh, fuck. Look at this guy. Why so many newspapers in your pocket, bestie? I don't think you need that many. Unless he does need that many. I will say, fucked up neck issues. That hurts. Get this guy to a chiropractor, like yesterday.
And unlikely deduction, I must say.
Oh, no,
Who are you?
I don't know what his voice should be. We'll figure it out. Baker. Lucy Baker. I've just been assigned to this office.
Yes. I do seem to recall reading some memo about a new assistant the other day.
That's me. Pleased to meet you. I don't think I caught your name. No, you're good. Carter came in. I'm sorry. Give me a second while Carter asks Maya a question. No, you're good. I'm sorry. I should have said something, but Carter came in and I thought it was gonna take like 2 seconds, but like he slowly walked over and handed me his phone silently. And it wasn't as quick as I thought it was. Oh, there's gonna be an ordeal in there. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, yes, sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Alfendi Layton.
Shut up, JJ. He was making deductions. He was deducing how many cats she owns or some bullshit.
I'm Alfendi Layton, Inspector Layton around here. But please don't feel obliged to stick to formalities when you address me.
Oh, well, seeing you'll be showing me the ropes and whatnot, how about I call you Prof?
I'm not entirely sure it's appropriate. Certainly my father, who was an actual university professor, would not approve.
Okay. I'm rotating him in my head. Well, you to say there's no need to stick to formalities, didn't you? Profit is then.
Just bear in mind that I haven't yet decided if this will be a permanent position for you or not.
Go away! Eh? Oh my god. He didn't even close the door all the way. Oh my god, 1 second. Oh my god. Go faster, Sid, close the door. Sorry, I just, when he said father, I like really had to do like a little bit of like, of like a timeline moment of like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know? Hannah, shut up. Are you leaving?
We're gonna go pick up the ice cream.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you guys were going.
Yeah, we weren't, and then I don't want ice cream. I want like a melted sherbet thing, but I don't know if any butter is gonna
Alright, have fun. Bye. Well, close it all the way. Thank you. Great start to the game with the brothers in the title, am I right?
A rather interesting new case has just cropped up as it happens. The perfect opportunity to prove yourself.
We're not in JJ. And that's how I started working with the prof. Love how he was like, I don't know if that's appropriate, and then she did it anyway. The first case, we're at a hotel in a popular seaside town. Oh no. The young lass were killed on the balcony of her room. There are 3 suspects. I thought a lot of them are dead sus, to be honest. Yeah, dead sus. But the prof somehow seemed to know who'd done it all from the start. And that key to solving the whole thing were in that sandwich. I did take a screenshot of that. I don't know if you could tell. The hand sandwich. Thought a lot of them are dead sus, to be honest. Dead sus. Just dead sus.
Let me talk you through the case. Ooh, it happened just a few days ago at a hotel in the very busy holiday resort.
Hey, that's a swanky looking place.
Yes, it's a it's a 5-star hotel with a wonderful sea view. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it was also the scene of a murder.
Ah, a murder, eh?
Yes, the victim was a woman by the name of Sandy Aldwych.
What kind of Ace Attorney bullshit am I looking at right now? Jesus Christ. Sandy Aldwych, victim, 23, female, murdered while on holiday with lover. A well-off and well-to-do young woman whose immaculate appearance belied a checkered history with the opposite sex.
Though she stayed at the hotel alone on prior occasions, this time she was with her lover.
Why are we saying it like that?
On the afternoon in question, Miss Aldwych contacted room service to order a sandwich. It was the bellboy, a Mr. Zach Carriere.
Is that right? Whatever.
Who brought the order to the room. He's the first suspect. At Miss Aldwich's request, he took it out to the terrace. To her on the terrace, fuck. After Carriere left the room, a man claiming to be
Fuck. Shit. God damn it. I'm reading too fast.
Claiming to be Ms. Aldwich's lover turned up.
Claiming to be?
Yes, this is where it gets a little complicated. You see, the man who turned up at the hotel that day stubbornly refuses to identify himself.
Sounds pretty guilty if you ask me.
He let himself in using a keycard that she'd sent him.
So he never saw or spoke to the victim in the room then?
If you believe his statement, yes, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know. Withholding his identity, that's dead fishy. Dead sauce.
Yes, anyway, let me tell you the rest. The supposed lover of Miss Aldwich's put the sign...
What?
It's raining so hard.
It is now. Alright, bye again. Or not. What are you doing? Do you want this jacket? Do you want this? It at least is a hood and is waterproof. Okay, well.
This supposed lover of Miss Aldwich's put the "Please make up my room" sign on the door handle as he left. That brings us to the next suspect, a hotel cleaner who saw the room, who saw the sign and went in to clean the room.
Good luck.
Her name is Vera Wipovsky. She started to clean the room as normal. At some point she drew the closed curtains back and noticed that Aldwich was outside on the terrace. Seeing her slumped over the table, it seems Wipovsky thought Aldwich had just fallen asleep, but sadly that wasn't the case. She'd been strangled to death, and she lay there with one hand inside the sandwich she'd ordered.
A ham sandwich? Boo! 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 This is some bullshit. Shut up! Shut up! God.
Yes, Aldwich's hand was sandwiched between the two slices of bread along with the other fillings.
Whatever could that mean?
If you manage to work that out, you'll pass my test.
Oh, well, I'll do my best.
Good. Right, well, let's see what we have on the suspects so far.
Okay, I'm all ears.
As I've said, we're looking at 3 plausible suspects. Firstly, the mystery man who claims to have been the victim's lover.
The victim's lover, suspect, unknown age, male. No ID, but claims to be the victim's lover. A man present at the hotel on the day of the murder. He says he is Aldwich's lover, but that remains to be proved. Rude, but well presented.
He does admit to having been in the room around the time of the murder. However, he claims he never saw nor spoke to her.
So do you think she was somewhere else then?
Either that or she was simply on the terrace and either that or she was on the terrace and he simply didn't notice. It seems the curtains were closed when he came into the room. I've already confirmed that it's impossible to see anything on the terrace with the curtains shut.
Still, you'd think you'd figure it out. I mean, you'd know, wouldn't you? If you were lovers. Through what, a psychic bond? Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? How would you know? What does that mean? I don't understand. If you're lovers, does that mean you somehow know if someone's dead or alive? Is that something we have to incorporate into the Layton worldview? Yeah, like, in the Layton universe, if your lover dies, like, is it like a soulmate AU over here, except it's just anyone that you're currently in a relationship with? Maybe. Maybe. And he won't tell us his name. Come on, do we really have to look any further? It was him. That's not how investigations work.
Let's move on to the next suspect, shall we, before making any rash judgments. So the bellboy, Zach Carrier, I'm just making that pronunciation up. He's the one who brought the sandwich the victim had ordered to her room.
Zach Carrier, suspect, 19, male, looks like an OC I would have drawn in 2014 and also now. A bellboy at the hotel, an efficient and diligent worker, well trusted by his employers. In truth, he's a clean freak and a narcissist who spends hours in front of a mirror. I like this guy. I like this one. This one's fun. And this Carrier feller, he saw Aldwich when she was still alive, didn't he?
If you believe his statement, then yes, he's the last person to have seen the victim alive.
I'd say it's worth double checking then, eh?
Finally, the last suspect is the cleaner, Vera Wipovsky.
Vera Wipovsky, suspect 51, female, a cleaner at the hotel. Hotel cleaner and mother of 10, considered by all who know her to be an absolute rock. However, she worries her husband may have an affair while working away.
She saw the service request on the door and entered the room to clean it, and then discovered the body.
When I discovered the body, eh? Fishy. Girl, you just said all of them are fishy. You are not helping us. You are not helping us. You're not making it any easier.
That's everyone who's under suspicion.
Tap the check files at the top right to peruse all the files with the info on the case you've gleaned so far. Wow! Wow! Okay. While I like this, like, jazz playing in the background, this smooth jazz, I am like, is this gonna put me to sleep? Because we cannot have that.
The most intriguing thing about this case, of course, is why Aldwich's hand ended up in a sandwich.
Oh, that Sonny's at right brain tease are no mistake.
Obviously, it couldn't have just happened by chance. It clearly has some meaning.
Okay, I'll follow you. I'll be sure to have a good look into the sandwich.
So, now you have all the information. Who do you think the culprit is?
Just off the top of my head, you mean? Hadn't I better take a look at the crime scene and all that stuff first?
The crime scene's available for your inspection just over there.
Over there? How do you mean?
Have a look.
Have a look? Have a look, Professor. Have a look. Oh, God. By heck, Prof, what's this? I just put the dead body in my fridge.
This is the reconstruction device. It faithfully reproduces any crime scene right down to the minutiae.
I think that's how you say that.
It completely eliminates any need to leave the office and travel to the real scene of the crime.
Oh boy. Thank you, Hannah. I'll be careful. I had no idea modern policing was so advanced.
Well, actually, you won't find a machine like this anywhere else. It's one of a kind.
What are we all saying yes to? I think that's right. I don't know what I said that we're agreeing to. Yikes.
So, shall we get down to the actual investigative business right now?
Are you proud? I'm talking to my little guy. He's hanging out with me. Here, you can watch too. I'll just have to, like, prop you up. This is a normal thing to do. Oh, thank you. Like, no brain over here. I've had a rough go of it with the feeling okay thing. Sir, sit up and watch this video game with me. There he goes.
I'm expecting a visitor soon, so I'll limit you to 5 minutes, I think.
What? Just 5 minutes?
Don't worry, Lucy. I'm well aware that it's hard for you to determine the culprit based on your current knowledge of the case. Why don't you tell me what your gut instinct is, first of all? Who do you feel like the criminal is?
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not how this works.
Listening to your hunches is a vital part of the process. After that, we'll start making some deductions.
Understood, Prof. Well, your deductions are just going to, like... You're gonna look for deductions that support your whatever. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's not real. Zoom in. Name the culprit. When the timer hits 0, you must stop. Okay, let's start investigating. Oh no. Okay. There's a white marker on everything you could examine. Once you've entered examined, you can see in the area a tick in the area on the overall view. By sliding, you can zoom in and out. Zoom out. Deck chair. Entered into evidence. Deck chair. A deck chair designed for lounging in the sunshine. It reclines and is fully adjustable. Curtains. Blackout curtains that block out all daylight. When they are closed, it is impossible to see onto the terrace from within the room. French window. A large, full-height window that offers an uninterrupted view of the coastline. It was unlocked at the time and has Aldrich's, Carrier's, and Wipovsky's prints on it. Okay. Can I zoom in anymore? No. Alright, zoom out. Is that area done? That area is done. Corpse. Entered into evidence. Corpse. The dead body of Sandy Aldrich. The cause of death is posterior strangulation with a long, thin, strap-like object. Table. A round table made of wood. Though simple in construction, it is well made and sturdy. Fried fish. A breaded fried fillet of white fish that's covered in pickle juice. Originally part of the sandwich, but removed for some unknown reason. Tropical fruit juice. A glass of juice made from a bountiful assortment of tropical fruits. There's no indication that Aldrich drank any of it. Carrier's fingerprints are on the glass. Sandwich. An extremely full double fish sandwich, one of the hotel's popular specialties. Not a single bite has been taken from it, however. Her hand is in it. Receipt moment! A copy of the receipt for the sandwich and juice. It's signed Bosco Phelps, but the handwriting is Aldrich's. Wow, I'm fucking killing it. Not to be dramatic. Who's doing it like me? I know how to read a fucking receipt. Take that, Miles and Phoenix. Potted plant. A potted plant that gives the area something of a Mediterranean feel. A few of the leaves are wilting. Tie moment! Tie. A high-quality tie made of silk. It's crumpled and creased, showing signs of having been pulled very tightly. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Well. Ooh, don't want to be doing this too much. Ugh. Sorry. Oh, it's just them talking. What? Oh, okay. Photos moment. Ah. Oh, these are just their pictures. Oh, really? He has a tie. Did he leave with a tie is the question. Did he leave with the tie? Oh.
You can check through the files we've accumulated on the case so far here. If you ever get stuck, my advice is to come here and go back over all the information you've gathered.
Pick one of the files to see the different things you've gathered thus far. So, oh, and we have a hint icon. Wow! If you're lucky, they're like, we might give you help. Or not. Or not. Okay, so blackout curtains, height, window, plant, tie, deck chair, strangulation, sandwich for some reason, the fish is out. Yeah, solve it yourself, bitch. Glass of juice, copy of the receipt, Bosco Phelps. Statements. Yes, I was into the room, but I had no idea Sandy was out on the terrace. How could I? The curtains were drawn shut. Actually, when I entered the room, there was a strong smell of scent. It wasn't Sandy's perfume. It was the aftershave that bellboy I passed in the corridor wears. I left the room and hung the "Please make up my room" sign on the handle as I went. It was an absolute pigsty in there. Mademoiselle Aldrich had called room service. She wanted to eat on the terrace, so I took her food out to the table there and immediately left the room. While I was delivering her order, Madame Aldrich and I spoke. She shared my passion for crime fiction. We had a lively conversation on the topic. I only cleaned the room, that's all. The sign was on the door. All the doors immediately lock automatically when they close, but I have a master key, you see. I opened the curtains while I was cleaning the room, and there was the young girl out on the terrace. I was surprised, so I called out to her, but she was dead. A clean freak. And a narcissist. But the room was a pigsty. But he's only a bellboy. He doesn't clean. I'm like genuinely like I don't know if I'm like not like putting this together or what. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to be like I've got it, but I actually like don't feel like I have enough information here, and it's stressing me out a little. Also, I can't keep doing that because that actually makes me feel a little bad. I'm not getting it, though I didn't see the boyfriend's statements. I looked away. He said it was a pigsty and the blackout curtains were closed. And there was a strong scent of the bellboy's aftershave. Go with your gut. There's no penalty for getting it wrong. He just might be a little mean. I mean, I might have to do this. I genuinely have no idea. Master key, crime fiction. So we have the receipt with the name Bosco whatever, which could be this guy. We have the tie, which it wouldn't make, he has a tie, so it wouldn't make sense for it to be his tie, but it could be his tie. The room was a pigsty, but this guy's a narcissist. Not a narcissist, a clean freak, but like, that's not his job, but he didn't notice. But why would she sign a receipt with Bosco Phelps? Or whatever it was. Let's just, I guess, name a guy, because I don't know.
So, let's hear who you think is the most suspicious.
Because I don't even know who I think is the most suspicious. I think I'm between these two. See, because, like, my gut is like, well, there's a name on the receipt, but it's never the person whose name is on the receipt, you know? But he also passed him in the hallway. So, that doesn't actually mean anything. But why would he then be... Let's go with this guy, sure. Sorry, dude.
I see, and your reasoning?
I fucking feel like it. I don't know. I don't know. Don't judge me, Alfendi. I don't know.
Well, you were the last person to see Aldrich alive. Anyway, I remember make the statements of the other two add up nicely. Yes, that's true. Of course, you could say exactly the same about the other two suspects. I suspect we don't have enough information to solve this case. Those facts alone aren't enough to prove anything.
No, I suppose not. Do you have a better idea then, Prof? Who do you think? Do you think you know who did it?
Oh, certainly.
Yes, certain. Whatever. Fuck.
According to my deductions, I'm...
Oh my god. Okay.
97.6% sure of the killer's identity.
Is this her? You only worked one decimal place? I'm shocked.
The fact is, this is an unusually simple case. I have been able to ascertain almost exactly what happened on the day of the incident.
I can't either, JJ. I don't get the fucking sandwich thing.
Nevertheless, there's a 2.4% window of uncertainty which cannot be ignored.
Because of the unhelpful fellow, they won't tell us his name, is it?
Naturally, yes, that's what...
No. Fuck, goddammit.
Naturally, that's one area of uncertainty, yes.
So, we're all with a nameless wonder after all, eh? There have been alarm bells ringing in my head ever since he said he was claiming to be the Lass's boyfriend. If this were a crime of passion. Oh, he's gone. What the fuck? Hello?
What? Who said anything about a crime of passion?
Oh! What? It's him, the killer. Yikes?
Killer, you better not be calling me killer, lady. I'm sorry.
What is happening?
Sorry, Lucy, I neglected to tell you. I was interviewing this man earlier.
Fucking really, dude?
Oh, right. What's your problem with me, eh? What have I done wrong?
Well, Mr. That's right, we don't know your name. Withholding information? That's what you've done wrong. You've done something you want to hide. Words are hard.
If you see you've got the brains to see why I'm doing this, I feel sorry for you.
I pity the fool.
Now, let's all try to remain calm, shall we? This is all conjecture. No one's making any accusations. Perhaps if you could explain why you feel the need to withhold your identity. Okay, sure, but I refuse to tell you who I am. Swear I've done absolutely nothing to break the law. I can't have my name printed in connection with this kind of thing. I got my business to think about. I see, so you run a business.
Mr. Top?
Anyway. I might do. And you're worried about the possible bad publicity if you reveal your identity, is that right?
Bad press. Implicated.
You got it in one, officer. Look, I've told you everything I know about what happened that day, where I was, who I saw. Until my lawyer turns up, I'm not obliged to tell you anything more.
Look at his tiny hand. Tiny hand.
I see, that's fine. We do understand.
His voice does keep getting too Layton.
You're free to go then.
You're just going to let him waltz out of here?
Yes. We have another appointment now, anyway. What's that smell? It's that aftershave again. I don't know why you're making such a fuss about me. Haven't you got the guy who did it already? Actually, we have yet to make a firm decision on that. But I'm good to go, right?
Just don't go too far. Not until we've got this mess sorted.
I won't try to run if that's what you mean. Once my lawyer's on hand, I'll answer all your questions.
Bring it on. I love that I can't entirely figure out what these little arrows are yet.
Oh, he's so full of himself.
I'm gonna find something on you, and mark my words. Is this a thought bubble? Is this supposed to be a thought, or is she saying this out loud? She like, oh, you're so fucking full of yourself, like, to his face. Sorry, I needed to hydrate.
Well, first we have another interview to conduct with someone else.
It seems like it were out loud. Okay.
I believe he's already waiting outside.
Sorry, I was reading something.
Mr. Zach Carrier, is it? Maybe? I'm just making up pronunciations for your name. Sorry.
Oh, fuck shit.
Oui, that is my name.
I don't know how to do a French accent. We're not doing it.
May I ask what all this is in aid of?
We're not doing a fucking French accent.
As the last person to have seen the victim alive, we're hoping you'd be able to assist us with our inquiries.
I'm not embarrassing myself like that tonight.
Inquiries. Yes, we're investigating the young woman's death, and we'd like you to fill in a few gaps for us.
I can't. We bon fucking I don't know anything about French is something I do not have. I had to sing in French for one of our chorus songs, and I was like, fucking shit. Like, you'd think I would be better at it, considering Les Mis, but, like, I can say, like, their names, and that I dedicated all my, like, brain space to be able to say, like, to know how to say Couffiac, like, Onsoros, Grantaire, like, that's all I got. That's all I got. You know? Jean Prouvière. This? No.
Oui, bon. If this is all you're asking, I'm
happy. Oh, good. They tried to write out the French accent for me. I am happy to try to help you. Fuck me. As it happens, I am a great fan of crime fiction. I have many things to say about this case, Inspecteur.
Fucking Christ. Well, we look forward to hearing your opinions, Mr. Carrier. Par exemple, something Vera, you know, the cleaner told me, it is very strange. It's about the sandwich.
Ham sandwich, aye. There were a piece of fried fish just next to it that caught my eye. Very sus, if you ask me. Very sus. Dead sauce.
You have noticed. Bravo, mademoiselle. You are a detective par excellence. Sorry to disturb your Agatha Christie convention, but I'd like to start by investigating the corpse. If we can establish by how...
What the fuck? What?
If we can establish how Ms. Aldwych died, we may learn something about the sandwich mystery in the process.
I'm kind of obsessed with, Alfendi being like, yeah, a woman is dead, but, like, what's up with the sandwich? What's up with it? Like, a woman is dead. Like, someone is dead. Someone is super dead. There is a corpse in our evidence. But at the same time, like, how about that sandwich? What was up with that? Like, why'd they do that? That is our priority in this case. Who gives a shit about the murder? What was up with the sandwich? Yeah, your Agatha Christie convention. It's like, hey, true crime lovers for a sec. Shut up.
Of course, this is elementary detective work.
N'est-ce pas, Inspecteur? They cannot be making me try to speak fucking French tonight. Jesus. Yeah, can we get this guy a sandwich? Can we get him a sandwich?
Grand idea, Prof. So, Lucy, let's get this investigation underway,
I forgot her name was Lucy. Right you are. They move so fast. They move so fast. They're just sliding around. Deductions. Deduction moment. What's all this, then?
These are the issues we need to resolve in order to discover the truth beyond the case. Pick whichever one you think you'd like to tackle, and we'll start investigating it.
Right you are, Prof. The memos list. These memos list key issues about the case. Tap a memo to examine the crime scene for more relevant info. Tap the silhouette to discuss the prime suspect. And click the bottom left. Okay.
First, examine the body and we'll see if we can establish a cause of death.
I'll get on it right away. I thought we already did that. Thought we knew that. Thought we were all on the same page regarding the dead body, but we can look again? Sure. Investigate the body. Corpse. Sir, this is Miss Aldwich's body.
It looks like posterior strangulation, which I already said and was already in the evidence. You're familiar with the terminology, are you, Lucy? You know what posterior strangulation is?
Oh, what is posterior strangulation? Squeezing someone's bottom? Throttling from behind. I'll know what that is. That part of the music sounded a little bit like a section in an Ace Attorney piece, and I don't remember which one. Aye, posterior strangulation means someone wrung her neck from behind. Like, I do know what I'm doing, sort of, kind of.
Precisely. That was an easy one. Sadly, not all the problems we tackle here have such simple answers.
No, I'm sure.
If you're up against a thick wall, you might appreciate a hint or two about the evidence. Have you heard about hint coins? Just tap the hint icon next to the evidence in question under fact-finding in the menu.
Oh, thanks, that prof felt bad in mine. Menu fact-finding, then tap the hint icon. Got it.
What about the murder weapon? Have you already located it?
The murder weapon. Bam!
Oh, sorry, Mr. Carrier. Yes, according to the report, they did find the murder weapon at the scene. Let's see if we can uncover it too, shall we, Lucy? The murder weapon. I already did it!
No problem. I'm totally fine with this. Having a grand old time. Just fucking living it up in the tutorial.
An examination of the body shows that Miss Aldrich was strangled with a long, thin, strap-like item. The murder weapon should be on the scene somewhere, so that's what we're all looking for.
I'll find it, Prof. Don't worry, I already know where it is. Calm down. Good lord. Think you don't trust me? It's already in the evidence. This is the weapon. I found a tie. Here, look.
Yes, which would be consistent with the marks left on Miss Aldrich's neck.
So this is it then. I found the murder weapon. The second time. That cravat. Cravat mention! Oh, do you know something about this time, Mr. Carrier?
Oui, it is the cravat of the lover of Mademoiselle Aldrich. I believe his name is Monsieur Phelps. Oui, Bosco Phelps.
By heck, you know his name?
Oui, I was something of a confidant to Mademoiselle Aldrich at times.
I guess this is technically getting French now, so hey, win.
She told me his violence had become too much for her again on this vacation.
That's not how you say vacation. Vacation.
This hotel was her refuge.
It's hard. Give over? Is that him saying it? Give over.
I apologize for not saying this before, but I am not comfortable to speak of private matters of the clientele. Now I wish I had not Now I wish I had not been so highly principled, and perhaps a life could have been saved.
We best call Phelps back in, Prof. With this new info, I can't read tonight.
Perhaps let me mull it over for a while. First, we should tackle this case's biggest mystery.
Ooh, the hand sandwich. Yes. Great priorities, everyone. So glad. Update. And sandwich.
The victim's body was found with her hand thrust amongst the ingredients of the sandwich she'd ordered.
Dead fishy that. Dead sus that.
Oui, this is of vital importance. Let's examine the sandwich first and foremost. Then we'll try to establish what her hand being inside it tells us.
Yes.
Whoop.
Too close. This is a Sonny question.
With Mademoiselle's and inside. An intriguing scene indeed. Perhaps it is some kind of dying message, non?
Dying message. Message dying.
As I said in my statement, Mademoiselle Andwich shared my passion for true crime. The idea of a murder victim leaving a dying message would not have been strange to her.
You mean like some sort of clue to the killer's identity? Eee, how exciting!
A message. That's an interesting idea. I'll just examine things so you can examine. No, fuck. I'll just adjust things so you can examine the sandwich in more detail. Excuse me a moment. There. Now you'll be able to have a more thorough look at it. So are you ready to examine the sandwich again?
Hello. You good?
Yeah. I got a lot of ice cream.
How much?
$40.
Oh, that's a lot of ice cream.
Well, I got gum and a thing of Tic Tacs, which is $5.
Really?
Tic Tacs was $1.30, and this was
Oh, that's a lot of gum. Okay.
$1.
Okay, fair enough.
And then Carter bought like a Starbucks coffee in like the glass jar,
Oh.
which you're supposed to, I guess, put into a blender with ice and stuff, and you're not supposed to just drink it concentrated.
How would I know? I don't drink coffee.
I don't know. I don't either.
Alright, okay.
Okay, have fun.
Yeah, JJ, you can have some ice cream.
Alright, let's get stuck in.
Or maybe that was her. I don't know who that was. It's fine. New. It'll say new. That's crazy. Cool. Wow. You can also have some JFK. Pineapple. Extremely sweet tinned pineapple. Lettuce. So much shredded lettuce that it's spilling out of the sandwich. Exposure to the air is starting to turn the leaves brown. It's a fake environment. That can't be true. Smoked salmon. Salted and smoked slices of salmon cut very thinly. There are a few slices in the sandwich, adding to the overall volume. Hey, that would be kind of funny, except for I think part of me for a second was like, what if she was allergic? And then I was like, wait a minute, she was strangled. We're using my brain tonight. Brain hours. Pickles. A number of thinly sliced pickles. They have a unique smell and flavor that is an acquired taste. Isn't that all pickles? Egg. A number of slices of hard-boiled egg. The yolk is firm from the eggs having been boiled for a sufficiently long time. Aldwich's hand. The victim's left hand placed inside the sandwich with the other filling. It reeks of pickles. Awesome.
So you've had a look over it now.
Aye, I have.
But what is the reason for Anne to be in this sandwich?
Oh yeah, he's over here. There he is. There he goes. I didn't want to remove him. I didn't put everything on here. I didn't put up evil Laytons, and I didn't put up the Dark Age of the Law. But we do have Do It For Him, do have games on your phone, Freak in the Weird Outfit, and we have our T-posing guys, and we have a little bit of space for more memes on the fridge, if anyone has any that they come up with during this playthrough. Because why not?
I wonder why it's not... Oh, I wonder if it's not why and is in there, but where and is... Where and hand is in there, if you see what I mean. Very interessant. Apart from her and, it is a sandwich of pickles, egg. Yes, but let's take another tack. Can you think of what Miss Aldrich might have been trying to convey in this dying message of hers?
I forgot what their names were. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot what their names were. Nope, it's not that one. Oops. Like, what the fuck could she... The pickles? What do I not know about pickles?
No, I do not think this can be the answer.
Use your eyes. Oh, well, let me think again.
We must say that would be for the best.
Pickles? I don't fucking, who gives a shit? I guess they're just gonna be mean to me a lot. I don't think it's name. Bosco Phelps, Zach Carrier, Vera Lipovsky. Wait. This would be stupid, but I do want to know what they say. Oh, oops.
And why do you think that?
Oh. What do you need to look at to read? Pickles, hand, eggs, lettuce, pickled salmon? Was it pickled salmon? What on earth? I've got it. By heck, that's absurd. I don't know if this is admissible in court. She's spelling out her kid's name with the filling of a sarnie. What if she ordered, like, spaghetti? I want people who think the other Layton games are stupid to come play this moment. For me.
Of course, the first letters of the ingredients. Magnifique. First we have...
Pineapple. Forgot the pineapple.
First we have pickles, then and egg, lettuce, pineapple, and finally smoked salmon. So we do. Whose name does that spell out then?
I know how to read a sarnie before, but this one spells out Phelps. Phelps. She was trying to tell us it was her boyfriend Bosco Phelps, no question. Oh boy, this is not my favorite. Hello, welcome. Listen, I like stupid sometimes. I just think it's a little like goofy. And you know what? That's okay. It's allowed to be goofy. I need to adjust to this game's like logic, you know? Like what is the logic we're going for in this game? I think maybe it'll be easier once I adjust to that, because I was like, that would be silly. But like then it is that, so you know.
Yes, I know.
Get this guy a chiropractor, for real. And maybe a neck brace. Why is he a giraffe?
But you'll find a lot of extremely relevant information in the updated files. Don't overlook it.
I hear you, Prof. Shut up. Okay. Bing! Yeah, it's definitely different.
It seems we've identified the killer. Bosco Phelps is guilty of murder.
This guy, that was not this guy's voice. I was going to say, this is like this feels a lot more Ace Attorney. This feels a lot more Ace Attorney. And I was trying not to say it because I was trying not to talk too much about Ace Attorney in this one.
You must arrest this most violent criminal at once.
Don't you worry.
Well, it seems we've reached a conclusion. Thank you very much for your assistance, Mr. Carrier. It was my pleasure.
It was my pleasure. I like to help to see that justice is done. Justice, apologistice. Pull it together. Alright, very much.
Do not hesitate to contact me if there's anything else I can do. I assure you we'll be in touch.
JJ, shut up. Sorry, that's so funny. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
So we know who the culprit is now, correct?
All sorted. Whew. It's fine.
Okay, well, let's just make sure we're on the same wavelength before we move on, shall we? Who do you think killed Aldrich, Lucy?
It was Phelps, of course. It's not, though. It must not be because we haven't talked to one of the witnesses. Our bad.
Surely you don't actually believe what Carrier said, do you?
What? No. 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 No.
You couldn't be further from the truth. You've fallen straight into the trap set for us by the true culprit.
I have?
Yes, take some time, have another think about it, and then give me your answer again. Who killed Aldrich?
It were Carrier, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. No one else could have done it. You only have to look at the heavily contrived dying message to see it.
So I was right the first time because I did say it was Carrier. I actually chose it that way. I still kind of thought it was Carrier, but I chose Bosco Phelps because I wasn't sure if this was a situation where you like had to be wrong first. I don't know if video games do that to you, but like you know what I mean, right? Like sometimes they want you to put the wrong answer first so they can teach you how to play the video game. We're a bit too good to be true, eh?
You did realize that, didn't you?
Yes, of course I realised. I'm a detective par excellence. I'll have you know.
Okay then. Well, let's examine this elaborate dying message a bit more,
Boop, boop, boop.
This so-called dying message that names Phelps as the culprit is clearly faked, concocted by someone who did not know the man very well at all.
Oh, I think I know why. Someone like Carrier, you mean?
Yes, there's even evidence on the scene to support that theory.
I suppose you're expecting me to find it, aren't you?
An excellent deduction, Lucy. Get to work then.
Okay, before we go in there, I did want to say, I thought Phelps was spelt differently. Could that be it? Let me check. So, when I first looked at, when it was first updated and it said Phelps, I was like, that doesn't seem like the right spelling. Or I have to click into the table first. I thought it didn't sound like the right spelling. Is that it? Yes, I was gonna say, I thought there was an F. I didn't think it was two P's. I thought it was an F, and then I was just like, I must have been wrong about how it was spelt. So, I did notice. I just didn't say anything because I thought it was stupid. I'm, like, actually really good at this. I just thought I was super dumb. That's it. That was not her voice. Oh, this receipt. It's a dead giveaway. It clearly shows the dying message can't have been left by Aldrich. I clicked on the wrong thing.
That's right, I'm glad you spotted it. Just so we're clear, what is it about the receipt that exposes the dying message as a fake? Start questioning. The receipt's been signed.
Nope, that's not... Fuck. The receipt's been signed by Aldrich, but she's forged a fellow's name and written Bosco Phelps. But going from the signing message, spelling's Phelps with a PH.
So we got the spelling wrong. It's spelled with an F, not a PH. Precisely. And since the lot receipt was signed by Aldwych, the man's lover, we can be confident that that's the correct spelling.
Which proves the dying message in the sandwich weren't Aldwich's work at all.
That's right. In the interest of being thorough, could you verify the correct spelling with the man himself? I'm sure if you explain what's so important, he'll cooperate with you.
Leave it to me, Prof. Good lord. Are these people on scooters? All done. We were right, his name's Bosco Phelps with an F. I just did it off screen. We didn't want to draw it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but according to the Sani, his name is for Helps. Once I told him what we were going on, he was actually very helpful. So sorry if anyone has this accent and I'm fucking it up so bad. My goodness. Oh, good. So our directions were correct. He's like about to take a nap. It's in the back then, eh? It was Zach Carrier, no question.
Almost no question, but we've yet to find some truly decisive evidence.
What we need to focus on now is finding evidence that he was the one who actually killed her. Alfendi's gonna go take a nap. Carrier's mistake.
Evidence that Carrier committed the crime?
I don't know where to start, really.
Well, the sandwich is the most glaring contender.
Right. They were to create something that looked like a dying message, weren't it?
If you wanted to incriminate Phelps, that's something more obvious. There's a somewhat more obvious message, wouldn't you say?
Now I think I'm starting to see what you're driving at.
Good. The evidence is all right there. Evidence that shows why it had to put out Aldwich's hand in the sandwich.
No, sorry, Prof, you lost me again.
Okay, well, you've had a look around the crime scene, so let's turn our attention to the statements.
Don't worry, JJ, because Hannah has the longest timeline ever, and I'm sure Hannah would be happy to share it at some point when we finish the game, maybe. Hannah will tell us where Hannah thinks it belongs. And also, I would also like to see it. I would also like to see this fic because I think it would be hilarious. I have his spawning. Awesome. That's really good. I'm glad you misspelt it two times before getting it right too.
Okay, well, you've had a look around the crime scene, so let's turn our attention to the statements. Is there a particular statement that makes you stop and think?
I'm looking directly at you. Well, all this talk about perfume and aftershave and that statement seems a bit odd to me. I'm just making up words, changing sentences. Oh, close up. Oh my god. He literally wants to be an ace attorney so bad. Holy shit.
That's it, Lucy.
This guy wants to be an ace attorney. With his little cross-examination eye slit things. Happy to let you know that, I don't fucking know where in the timeline 2013 is. Can you give me that in, like, comparison to another character, since I'm not allowed, since I really shouldn't be, like, Googling? Give me, like, what character is closest to him in age, maybe, from, like, go with Ace Attorney. Who is closest to him in age in Ace Attorney? And then I can try to drop him into the correct space.
That's it, Lucy.
It is.
I'll explain later. Call Carrier back here, would you? Quick as you can.
Trucy is 2 years older than him? Whoa! Really? He's a baby. That's a full infant. Whoa. That's weird. That's weird. That's strange. I think the reason that's strange is because, I mean, understandably, because it's just, like, group art I've seen of him, and he's just, like, in the background, but he's, like, the same age as everyone else, if not looking slightly older, when the reality is he would be much younger than all of them. He would not be older than Flora. Whew. Fucking weird. Anyway, consider it done. He wouldn't be older than Luke. Flora is way much than him. Good job, Hannah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Oh my god, Trucy gets to be the big sister this time. Trucy big sister moments. Flora is way much the most best.
We have now proven... Nope, we now have enough evidence to prove Carrier committed the murder. This time we'll crack him.
I don't know anything about his relationship with the professor, but I do think it's very funny if he's like this and like more like Ace Attorney-y, just because like he spent like a little bit too much time with Phoenix and Trucy during the 7-year gap. Like he just like grew up with them around whenever they were in Europe, and now he's just like this, you know? That's the influence of having an Ace Attorney around you.
You start thinking like this instead of in puzzles.
Fucking French.
I am surprised you have asked me to come here again. What's all this?
It would be JFK. Having played this game for an hour and 20 minutes, I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun. Fuck puzzles. Murder is where it's at.
Mr. Wright, a word.
Oh, shit. His rebellious phase is just solving murders instead of solving puzzles. And then he's stuck that way because it's not a phase, Dad. It's not a phase, it's who he is. And it's all Phoenix's fault. It's all Phoenix's fault.
You have arrested Phelps, now I presume?
No, we haven't, because Mr. Phelps isn't guilty.
Pardon?
Mr. Phelps didn't kill Miss Aldwich. Aldwich. No, the real killer is... Oh, was I not supposed to do that? I'm sorry. I thought it was telling me to do that. I'm sorry. I thought it was telling me to do that. Sort of kept you waiting. Oops. I'm so fascinated by these heart things. The real killer is you, Mr. Zach Carrier.
Bon Dieu, I can't believe what I'm hearing. You've already established that Phelps is the killer, no?
Oh yeah, that's yesterday's news. You're the new kid on the block today, and it's going to stick.
Are you out of your mind? The cravat of her lover, the dying message, everything points to Phelps.
The tie, it all points to him. The Sarnie message. Aye, everything points to Mr. Phelps because that's how you set it up. It's a sham. Fabricated evidence. Fabricated evidence. Fabricated evidence. Ace Attorney. Apollo Justice.
If Mr. Phelps were truly the culprit, surely would have gone to greater lengths to hide the murder weapon. And there's evidence that proves unequivocally that the author of the dying message is not Miss Aldrich.
Curious clanger.
Bof impossible. If you have this evidence, show it to me. I do not believe you.
Sandwich, juice, receipt. He went, ah! This receipt is the proof.
Is the receipt of the room service?
None. Exactly.
Ah, it was I who gave this paper to the woman in the first place.
Touché.
What can this purportedly prove? Have a look for yourself. You may have noticed it's signed Bosco Phelps. Oui, and... none.
Oh, you've seen it now, haven't you? Phelps is spelt with an F, not a PH. Spelling gaff.
And the sandwich signature was penned by Miss Aldrich. It's hard to imagine that she would have got the spelling of her own lover's name wrong.
Her lover's name. She'd know that much.
Oui?
Sure.
In normal circumstances, you are right, of course, but the sandwich was Miss Aldrich's dying message, which she has created while she was being murdered. Consider the facts. In these circumstances, it is no surprise that she has made a petite erreur. She was in a panic.
English spelling.
True, that would make perfect sense. But if Miss Aldrich was in a panic, then something else she said doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm just doing the worst job reading.
And what is that? A certain piece of evidence should make everything clear. Lucy, do you know what piece of evidence I'm referring to?
Ooh, I don't think that's it. Was it? Nope, it's not.
Totally illogical. As I said, Mademoiselle Aldrich was in a panic and she made a mistake.
Oh, that wasn't the right thing. Hang on. Fuck. Oh, F. Fried fish. Haha. I'm good at this game. Yay. It's this piece of fried fish with pickle juice on it. That means it were in the sandwich originally, either just above or just below the pickles. I'm sure I don't need to point out what the first letter of fried or fish is, do I, Mr. Carrier?
None.
Anyone who knew the proper spelling of Phelps would have taken out the fish finger and stuck in a hand. Wouldn't have, not would have. No, they just have taken out the pickles, leaving Phelps. And look, no hands. And you're done. Take out the pickles. Don't need a PhD. I'm so interested by this little mechanic of the heart. It's interesting. Zoot, whatever.
The idea that someone could think to remove some fried fish and put their own hand into a sandwich while being strangled to death is a little too hard to believe, a step too far. No, the person who created this had plenty of time, but sadly didn't know the spelling of Phelps.
Time to kill.
Someone rather like you.
You, Carrier.
None. Is it a loss? Oui, perhaps it was not Mademoiselle Aldrich who left this dying message, but you have nothing to prove it for me. Who killed her?
Nothing. No proof. Not me. Guesswork.
We have proof. You see, we have to ask ourselves why the culprit placed the victim's hand in the sandwich at all.
Why? A hand. Sandwich?
Mon Dieu, you have just told me. To create the misspelled dying message, non? No, that's not it. There was another motive for making sure the victim's hand was in the message. Whoa. For making sure the victim's hand was in the sandwich.
Lucy, to disguise a smell. Bloop. Your beating heart. You wanted to mask the smell of your aftershave that was on Miss Aldrich's hand.
Mr. Phelps' statement confirms you frequently wear very strong smelling aftershave.
Sweet smell. Powerful scent. He's already dead.
While you were throttling her, I bet Miss Aldrich was grabbing at you, getting that scent all over her hand. Pongy hand. Put up a fight. So you needed something to disguise the smell. You put a hand in the sandwich so it could get covered in pickle juice. But you knew that the victim having her hand in a sandwich would raise too many questions. So you created a diversion in the form of a dying message, "I'm going to sneeze."
Sorry about that.
None.
Thank you.
None, this is fantasy. You have imagined everything. Where's the proof?
Never.
We have proof. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Aldrich must have left a mark on you. A wound where she was grabbing at you when the aftershave rubbed off on her hand.
Fuck me, oh my god.
You have no basis to say this. Can you see such a wound? Not at the moment because you're hiding it. You're hiding it on your neck. It's on your neck.
That's the normal place where folks apply aftershave. There, or on their wrists. It is? I don't actually know much about aftershave. Is it just like cologne? I don't give a shit.
And I noticed something about you. That first time I set eyes on you. The unusual way in which you wear your neckerchief. Granted, it's just a theory, but I'd be willing to bet you're wearing it like that to cover up a wound.
None. Oh yeah, he lost his heart. I didn't notice.
The wound is...
So you admit it. There's a wound then.
We'll be able to compare the shape of the wound with Miss Aldrich's fingers to ascertain the truth. Unless you'd rather spare yourself the embarrassment and admit to it now. None. It was her, she is to blame. She was...
In just 1 month?
Just how much money did you think I had?
All my savings? Poof? You were paying her money, were you?
Our job is done, Lucy. The case is closed. The lawyers can take over from here.
No, get back here. Good luck to them. We don't need to know any more about that. Why was he giving her money? Why was he giving her money? Fuck me for wanting to know. Yeah, like, bitch, you spent so much time with Phoenix, can you learn how to gossip? This man doesn't have a Naruhodo bone in his body. Maybe he should have fucking learned. In all that time he was hanging out with Phoenix and Trucy in my brain, he should have learned how to be nosy. How to be a nosy bitch. Hello, Grace. Welcome. This guy's not nosy enough for me. He does want to be in an Ace Attorney game so bad, though. Oh, holy shit. Did we find AA7? Is this AA7? Was this Ace Attorney 7? That's crazy. We cracked it.
Yes, thanks for all the effort you put in, Lucy.
Oh, you know, who would not? Ace Alfendi. Ace Alfendi. Perfect.
It's a rather exciting place to work, wouldn't you agree?
A bit too exciting. I mean, if he's an inspector now, he's like old. Well, like, everyone else is old. Holy shit. I'm still, like, I'm sorry, I'm still processing the fact that he's younger than Trucy, you know? Like, oh my god. I don't know why that's like, I think because it's so out of step with the timeline of everything else, that it's just like, blah. Ah. JFK, you know that I don't know what that means. Also, I didn't see that Star Cryptid followed. Thank you. He's almost 30. Everyone is so old! Trucy is 30 years old? Oh my god. That's as far as I can think. I stop at Trucy is 30. No other thoughts. Not allowed. Not allowed. They don't grow up if I don't let them. Because they're fictional. Then Trucy is like 30 or 31, which is nuts. I was already struggling with in the amnesia fic her needing to be in college. That was hard. 30, fucking pushing it. That's pushing it.
I was wondering, Lucy, if you'd like to stay on and be my assistant on a permanent basis.
I also am happy to know that having your room be a fucking mess is apparently a genetic issue. What? You mean I passed your little test?
There's one condition. You have to be willing to learn. I have a lot to teach you, and you don't know anything.
Always happy to learn, May. Thanks very much, Prof.
In that case, for a second time. Welcome to London's new Scotland Yard Serious Crime Division Classified Investigation Agency Headquarters.
LNSYSCDCIAH. Nope, that's nothing. That's nothing. Can you guys stop fucking talking in spoiler bars? It's rude. Boyac, that's a bit of a mouthful.
I couldn't agree more. It's a highly inefficient name. That's why I prefer to call it the Mystery Room.
Sorry. Sorry. It's not that funny. It's not that funny. It's not that funny. That sounds dead good, that does. I work into Mystery Room. I'm raring to go now. Chuck all your crimes at me and I'll bat them down one by one.
That's just the sort of attitude you need, Lucy. Keep that up and you'll do very well. Your sharp instincts remind me of my brother. I have high hopes for you.
I've been literally sitting here like, isn't this Layton Brothers Mystery Room? Where's the fucking brother? I was going to say that once we finished this conversation. I was gonna be like, isn't this about brothers? The game, me and the game were really just like mind melding over here about brothers. Oh, a brother you say? Expected that much from the title.
Yes, I'll introduce you one day.
One day? How far in the game? Can it be now? God damn it, my burn is like peeling and it's uncomfortable. And I'm trying not to peel it myself, so. Oh!
Yes, that's alright. I assigned a young woman there.
Yeah, we have Layton Brothers, we have a mystery room. That's all we really need. That's it.
She's completely inexperienced, but of course, I'll continue to keep a close eye on things.
This is me, actually. And then I'm gonna have to buy the other ones after this. Blech. Oh, me too. Al! Achoo! Alfente! Not here. Oh, no, the first one was like 2 seconds. It was just like, hey, Lucy, go see that guy. And that was it. And I was like, okay. Can I help you, miss? Oh, I was got a young woman here, has he? My name's Florence Stitch. I work in the lab.
Hello, Florence. You're actually on time today, I see.
Not funny, Al. You should be ashamed of yourself bringing a woman back here. No, I just started work here. I'm Lucy. Lucy Baker. Oh, new blood, is it? Well, anyway, enough. Preamble, I want you to look into your case. I've sent our lab reporter over our Red Sea.
It's not like you to ask for help with the case, Florence. Is it especially puzzling because you know I don't do puzzles?
Florence Sitch. Oh. Shut up! Stupid. Stupid video game. Stupid. What is this? Ace Attorney?
So it's clear as a test tube. A burglar broke into a flat and killed one of the residents.
Well, if it's off black and white, how come you want us to get involved?
Because it doesn't add up. Oh.
Everything is Ace Attorney except for Ace Attorney, which is Layton.
This suspect is as
Suspicious as they come. God damn it.
He made a statement already, but I'm certain there's more to it than... I mean, it's the eye. I can't abide by the fault of a case being closed before I've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's.
So you want the prof to look into it and figure out what's niggling ya? Is that it?
Yes. Would you mind?
Prof.
I'm not sure I like you calling me that, Florence. I assume that's your only objection.
Objection. Objection. Ace Attorney.
I presume you take it on, Prof. If you promise to make that the last time you address me like that. You have a deal. So where's the foil?
Didn't I say I'd have sent it over?
Oh. Yes, here it is. We'll start investigating this at once. Just know this. If you fail to solve it, I swear I'll call you Prof. Until the end of your days. Achoo! Lucy, we have to solve this case. Failure is not an option.
Aye, professionalism will see us through. It was just a case that came up just as I was starting to get used to working in the mystery room with the prof. It happened in a fairly ordinary studio flat. I was used to seeing blood by now, and the male victim in this case was covered in it, that and broken glass. There were 3 suspects. I remember being surprised by the clever trick the killer employed, but that wasn't the reason the case stuck in my mind. Oh no. You see, that was the first time I saw the other side of the prof. Oh, the other side? What does that mean? The bungled burglary.
Right, let me tell you what we know. The victim in this case is a young man murdered in his first floor flat.
Well, JFK, what if I want a 3rd crossover? Take that. What do you have to say to that? What if I want a 3rd crossover? Thank you.
We've already managed to identify him, and he's something of a loose cannon.
Oh?
It's a certain Jack Potsby.
Jack Potsby. Jackpot. Maybe.
The incident occurred a few days ago, just after midnight. His wife, a woman by the name of Goldie Potsby Man.
Goldie Potsby Man. Goldie Potsby Man. Potsby Man? Gold Pots... Man... Gold... Whatever.
Was having a shower when she heard him scream. She ran out of the bathroom to see her husband lying on the floor and the culprit running away. According to her statement, the killer was an muscular man dressed entirely in black.
That should give us a good head start on finding him then, eh?
Well, the block's caretaker, who was on duty at the time, at the time, heard the sound of glass breaking. He ran upstairs, knocked on Potsby's door, whereupon the wife told him about the intruder. Wasting no time, the caretaker conducted a search of the grounds and apprehended a suspicious man.
He got him! What do they need us for then? Surely there's not for us to do. There's not for us to do, Shirley. Fuck.
Well, the apprehended man has an alibi of sorts. He's a known petty criminal by the name of Buster Nix. He claims he was attempting to break and enter a ground floor flat at the time.
Oh, very nice. The lies some people tell.
He says he ran off when he heard the sound of shattering glass. In his statement, however, he claims he didn't see anyone coming down from the floor above.
Of course he didn't, because it was him that did it. The thief in Numperties incriminated himself with that.
I think not. If he wanted to deceive us, he'd be claiming he did see someone else running away, surely.
Oh, I suppose you're right. That would make more sense.
That's what's really bothering me. If you conclude Nix is telling the truth, things get very complicated.
Don't they just?
So let's start making some deductions, shall we? Do you think we can determine who did it from the crime scene and the witness statements we have?
You're going to put me on the spot again, are you?
I'll tell you what. First, let me fill you in on the 3 suspects. To start with, of course, we have the burglar Buster Nix.
Buster Nix. Suspect, 61, male. Suspicious man caught nearby. An old lag and serial burglar. Known for his swift getaways, he was dressed in black and caught near the block of flats.
Very suspicious, he was caught in the gardens around the block of flats immediately after the incident.
But if there's a statement, don't forget, if he really is our man, then what he said don't make sense.
No, quite. We must be careful not to jump to any conclusions. Next, there's the caretaker.
Chase M. Downs. Chase M. Downs. Oh my god! Hi! Hello, Kit Kat. Anna? I'm having fun so far. Just every time I read a name, I'm just like, and now we will sit with this. We will sit with Chase M. Downs for a second. Suspect, 45, male. Caretaker of the block of flats. Concierge of the flats where the incident occurred. A keen bodybuilder who's recently joined an exclusive nearby gym. He can get violent when angered, it seems.
His actions from when the incident occurred to when he got nicked seem to be nothing but laudable.
He could always have engineered it that way, couldn't he, though?
Finally, there's the victim's wife, Miss Goldie Potsman Mann.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. Goldie Potsby. Gold Pot Man? Gold Pot Man? Gold Pot Man. I think it's supposed to be like Gold Digger. But I'm just making shit up. Suspect, 32, female, Potsby's wife. Jack Potsby's wife, a stunning beauty. Sadly, this isn't the first husband she's survived. It must be Gold Digger then. Also, I love how you said that. I think you sent that, JJ, before I clicked over to this. Sadly, this isn't the first husband she's survived. So,
she claims to have been showering at the time of the incident and was the one who discovered the victim.
Wow, what a stunner! Happy Pride! Happy Pride!
Really? Is she?
Happy Pride times 2! That's 2! We got him! We got him, boys! We got him! Two of them! Are you joking? Holy shit. She's Sorry. It was very funny to... Are you serious? She's like, I have eyes. Do you have eyes? He's like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. Well, anyway, that's what we know about the suspects. That was the gayest shit I've heard in a hot second. Love it.
Now I've set up the reconstruction device to include all the info we've gleaned so far for your perusal. We're a little short on details for you to say with any certainty at this stage, but what's your gut instinct, Lucy? Who do you think the culprit is? Once you've had a think on that, we'll start trying to make some logical deductions.
That's not a question for me. What? Just go with your... Have a think about it. Let's investigate the crime scene. There'll be naught we can say about anything if we don't hurry up and investigate the crime scene.
Eager to get started. Good. I'll turn on the reconstructive device then.
Let's start snooping. Fuck yes. Snoop. Happy Pride. Whoa! Lots of things to click. Holy shit.
This is the flat where the incident took place. Have a look around. Remember, you're on a time limit, and Taya has motion sickness. I'll only give you 5 minutes, though, because...
Why not? Because. You only have 5 minutes because I said so. No problem. Window. A French window that opens out onto the balcony. Broken glasses from it is scattered on the floor floor inside. It is unlocked and the fingerprints have been wiped off. Corpse. The victim's dead body. He was fatally stabbed in the back. No other signs of external injury are in evidence. Broken glass. Shards of glass that exploded all over the flat when the window was smashed. Considerable force must have been used, throwing pieces on top of the body even. Zoom out. Balcony. And an uninviting concrete balcony. The flat in question is on the first floor above ground level, but a determined intruder could gain entry to the premises this way. Blood-stained towel. A towel stained with the victim's blood. It belonged to Potsby and his wife and is normally kept inside the flat. And how to get out there? Clock. An antique grandfather clock with a large pendulum. A door leading out of the flat. Fingerprints belonging to the victim, his wife, and the warden were identified on the handle. The key was kept inside the flat. Night, JJ. Chairs. Small, cheap chairs made of laminated wood. Despite the low-cost materials, they are well constructed. A wooden table with several empty beer cans on it. They appear to have been drunk by Potsby. Fridge. A medium-sized domestic refrigerator. Very little in the way of food is inside. It is stocked largely with cans of beer. Kitchen. A simple, narrow galley kitchen that looks highly impractical. It doesn't appear to have much use. A set of 3 knives stowed in a cupboard under the kitchen sink. Cooking pot. A very large kitchen pot in which appears pasta was boiling at the time of the incident. Not the pasta. Swing bins. A rubbish and recycling bin standing side by side with lids to prevent unpleasant odors. They are mainly empty and contain nothing of relevance. Bed. A large bed on which a pair of pillows are placed. It appears the couple slept together here. An analog television set placed on a small wooden cupboard. At the time of the incident, a drama starring popular actor Roscoe Strapping was airing. I don't have time to think about that. Someone else do the thinking for me. Wardrobe. A closet containing the victim's clothes and those of his wife. Its contents appear to be in a complete jumble. Telephone. A touch-tone telephone. The phone records show that on the day in question, it was only used to call the police after the incident occurred. A pad of paper with several phone numbers scrawled upon it, all of which have proved to belong to various takeaway food establishments. A snug little sink next to which is a cup with a pair of toothbrushes inside. Toilet. A regular toilet, apparently not regularly cleaned. It is extremely dirty. Gross. A rubbish bin containing discarded toilet rolls and wrappers and the like. It doesn't appear to contain anything related to this case. Scrap of card. A thick, creased scrap of paper. It looks like it was intended for the bin but fell out. It is slightly damp. Can we, see what's on it? No. Yeah, fuck you too, I guess. A bath with attached shower. There are indications of recent use, but forensic investigation has revealed no traces of the victim's blood inside. Okay. Zoom out. Yeah, no evidence in the shitter. Statements. Goldie Potby man. Statement 1. I was taking a shower when I heard my husband scream. I knew something was wrong, so I hurried out of the bathroom. When I came out of the bathroom, I saw an outlaw running away across the balcony. He was a very muscular man, dressed all in black.
I headed up to the flat as soon as I heard the window breaking. The door was locked, so I knew the crook would use the balcony. There's no other way out. As soon as I heard the crook had done a runner, I scooted around outside the block. I caught the dodgy man dressed all in black at the rear entrance. I was planning on breaking into a golf on the ground floor. I was about to do the window in when I heard the glass breaking on the floor above. I nearly died. I looked up a story, saw there was a window broken, thought it must be one of my lots, but I didn't see no one come out. Then the incredible bulk got to me.
I have not played Zero Escape, although Luca started a playthrough in the server, and we got through like a tiny bit of it. We got through maybe like the very beginning, and I really liked it, and I would like to try to play it again. I just haven't yet. It's like, it's on my thing. I would like to stream it, possibly with someone else though, because I think it might make me, like, without someone else, just like a little unhinged. Because as anyone who was in that stream can tell you, there was something about Zero Escape which made me like frantic and very anxious. And I think it was because at first I wasn't like, I assumed all of it was timed, but I was stressed, and I might need someone to balance that out. But I would love to play it at some point. I really would. Suspect? Question mark. Oh. He recently enjoyed a big win. I know a few things about it from what I was playing the first time. And like one thing that was a spoiler that I don't think I was supposed to learn. But, like, Luca was like, do not Google things, because, like, he knows me and knows that I just will, like, look up fanfiction of things I haven't finished. So I was banned. So I haven't, like, actually looked it up because I do want to play it. Blah, blah, blah. So. So, question for people who have played this game. Do I now have to claim that do I have to, like, name a culprit before I can continue now? You're just checking. Like, now do I have to yell, like, this is who this person is, you know? I do know Zero Escape has, like, a million routes, because JJ was talking about them. I would probably only do 1 or 2 on stream, just because it would be unruly to do. Alright, thank you. I just wanted to check before I did it. I don't actually know who the culprit is, but we're just gonna take a guess. So,
who do you think did it?
I think we're gonna go with the wife. It doesn't take that long. Oh, then then we'll just do all of them, maybe. Who gives a shit? Let's do all of them. One of them left you unable to sleep for a few days? That's a lot. Oh, let me send a message real quick. Hello. That's fair. That's fair, Grace. I'll teach you guys typing. I mean, that's actually a problem with my podcast. Haley and I will sometimes type while Haley's talking, and then you'll just hear, like, lots of typing. Luca was like, you should get a blah, 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 and I have to look into it because it would probably help me editing-wise. Anyway, hello, Maya. That's good to know, Anna, because, that's helpful. Yeah, Mavis Bacon. Bacon, same thing.
Interesting. What brings you to that conclusion?
She was the one that found the body? I don't know. See, once you see it makes no sense for that thief next to have given a false statement, she's next on the list. Whatever.
I can't say it's a compelling deduction, but I think you're right to suspect the wife. Her name does mean gold digger. In fact, I'd say there's a 96.4 probability that Potsby Man is the culprit.
Oh, pretty sure yourself again, aren't you, Prof?
Well, there's still an uncomfortable 3.6% band of uncertainty we must eliminate. I need to speak directly to the suspect in order to clear up one or two loose ends.
I assume you mean...
Our prime suspect, Miss Goldie Potsby Man.
Aye.
Though it's not officially related to this case, this woman has an extremely worrying history. She's had 3 previous marriages, every one of which has ended with her spouse dying.
I mean... Cool. She's been widowed 3 times in the past and lives a very opulent life off of the resulting life insurance. Dear Vofa, talk about leaving a trail.
The police and insurance companies investigated the incidents, of course, but they couldn't find any indication of foul play.
Maybe she's just dead unlucky then, do you think? Get it? Dead? Dead unlucky? Yeah.
Let's reserve judgment on that until we've met this woman in person. She should be here any minute.
Do you think she has any idea what on her?
To help us with our investigation was the way I put it when I asked her to come in. She probably knows.
No, I guess we'll have to try and catch her off guard then,
Yes, but I don't expect she'll give much away, but as we home in on the truth, hopefully she'll get flustered. I'm counting on your help, Lucy.
Hello, Nante. Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a walk in the park, but I'll do what I can. Ding dong.
Good, because I believe she's here.
We are playing Layton Brothers. What the heck are we doing? That's a great question. That's a good one. Okay. And now, were you the gentleman who requested my presence here? What the?
Miss Goldie Potsby Man.
That's my name. It's a pleasure. I clicked too fast. I don't know what I said. Who's this fellow with you? Well, I would have thought that was perfectly plain. Oh, if you scroll. Shit. If you scroll, it clicks. Oops. That's what happened before. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Anyway. Being here as my new man. Grr. You got a new fella? Already? But your husband's barely cold. Husband? Oh, right. I did have a husband, that's right. Talk about unfeeling. And what's that you got around your fella's neck? A collar? Lucy, what does it look like they're doing? Isn't it swell? I chose it myself. Grrr. Unbelievable. In public! You can't do that! In public! But I do declare, the police interfering in a young lady's private affairs of the heart. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Miss Potsby Main, we fully respect your privacy and your relationship with this man is not our concern.
It's Pride Month. Come on.
However, I wonder if we might ask your friend to leave us alone while we discuss the case.
Why? Sure, but why?
Bing is my best friend, Inspector. We have no secrets between us. If I stay, he stays. I'm afraid I cannot allow information about the case to be revealed to a third party. But please, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, very well. Bingo, go home, boy. Wait for me under the porch.
Aroo?
Now, boy.
Aroo. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Thank you. Now allow me to introduce myself if a little late. I'm Inspector Layton.
And I'm Lucy Baker, the prof's assistant.
And what is it you want with little old me? I already gave the nice gentleman my statement.
Nate? That's Layton's son.
Why, no, everyone knows it was that no-good outlaw who committed this heinous crime.
Alfendi Layton.
Indeed, as likely as that may seem, there's a number of issues we still need to clear up. Oh, really, Inspector? Yes, well, 2 issues to be precise. Firstly, the exact circumstances of the victim's death.
A grim scene.
We need to establish whether or not he was really killed by an intruder. Phantom intruder. I already told you, but I saw the intruder with my own eyes. Wake up! Secondly, there's the intruder's point of entry.
How did he get in?
Exactly how did the culprit enter the flat?
Which way?
Why, through the window, of course. The W-I-N-D-O. W. You need only look at the scene to know it. Have you not even read my statement, Inspector? Just use your eyes. Naturally, I've read all the witness statements. It's our job to iron out all these little details one by one, you see. I hope you won't mind helping us. It would be my pleasure if it helps bring that murdering outlaw to justice. Good. So, Lucy, shall we begin our investigation?
Aye, let's get stuck in, Prof. Her voice changed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, the issues we still need to clear up about the case, are they?
Yes, if we solve these little riddles, it will lead us to the truth about what happened. Why, they're both plain as day. Perhaps, but we need to be confirmed as clear-cut as it seems. Lucy, where do you want to start?
Let's see now. The nature of the attack.
We can't make any useful introductions until we established exactly how the victim was killed. We should start by examining the body.
Right you are.
Do-do-do. So let's explore the scene of the crime. If anything jogs your memory, Ms. Pottsby Mann, do tell us. I'm sure I don't see the point of all this carry-on when I have already told you who the criminal is. I'm afraid this is just procedure we always follow, so if you wouldn't mind playing along. Alright, Lucy, let's get started.
Aye, let's see if we can find some that the killer left behind by mistake. Find a trail.
Are you sure this little spring chicken is up to the task, Inspector? She seems mighty inexperienced. Whatever would a poor, defenseless young widow like me do if she was falsely accused by a rookie?
No good, Tenderfoot. Oh, please.
There's no room for concern.
No need.
There's no need for concern. I shall be keeping a close eye to make sure everything is done in the proper way.
Winda. Corpse. Ooh, thank you, Anna.
Right, I think you've established the cause of death now, haven't you?
Aye, he was fatally stabbed. Skewered in one.
Yet Nix wasn't found carrying a likely murder weapon, so...
So it must have been disposed in somewhere here in this room. Hidden from view.
Is she Southern? Well, I do declare that murdering thief just cast aside his deadly weapon right here in my home. Is she Southern? Do British people say I do declare? And am I to understand that you have no idea what the murder weapon even is? You know nothing. Do you quite know what you're doing, Inspector?
Please be patient. Lucy, we need to locate the murder weapon.
I'll track it down, Prof, don't you worry. I do believe you two need a helping hand. The thief fled over the balcony. Maybe look there. I keep slipping back and forth. That's not good. That's bad, actually. I already clicked on all these. I don't need to be doing this again, do I? Did I find it already? I'm sorry, I'm getting like sleepy, so I was like, oh god. I don't know if it's even possible for me to finish this one, but it would feel weird to like only partially do it, so. There are knives here. This one might be wrong, but let me try it, okay? Kitchen knives there, Prof. Could be the job.
That would be consistent with the long, thin blade that forensics tells us the victim was stabbed with.
I was skewered with one of these, alright. Right in the middle of his back. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Anna.
Sadly not. That's not the weapon we're looking for.
Why not?
An officer already found those knives and forensics had them
has examined them for traces of blood. None was found. Oh my god.
In fact, they look almost brand new. I'd say the inhabitants of this flat rarely cooked.
Now, Inspector, whether we cooked for ourselves is not surely none of your business. I don't know what the fuck her voice is. I'm sorry. Oh, pity. Thought we were on to something with that. I'm beginning to feel like you all will never find the murder weapon at all. Here's the thing, because I'm doing other British accents and sometimes Southern is like a... Southern US is like a little bit of like a slower British, I'm like struggling to differentiate between the two right now. Plus I'm tired. Waste of effort, two glass eyes.
On the contrary, we will most certainly find it. Lucy, keep looking.
Voice acting's hard. Nothing of relevance. Let's try the glass. I don't think it is, but like, let's try it just to try it. The shards of glass are pretty sharp, Prof.
You mean one of the larger ones could have made a makeshift weapon?
That's what I was thinking. Hey.
Yes, the investigating officers had the same idea, so forensics studied every contender.
Here comes a bot.
But none of the shards match the size and shape of the victim's wound.
Oh, no, Ah, my, what terrible luck. She's just gonna have a different voice every time.
Keep looking, Lucy. What else could have been used?
Fuck, I don't know. When is this carry on going to end? My poor heart surely cannot take much more. The police have already turned my home upside down. This is the worst voice. And found no trace of a murder weapon. It's bad. Surely you should be looking in the grounds where that murdering outlaw was caught instead.
We've already completed a thorough search of the surrounding area.
Then that wicked man must have just swallowed it, mustn't he? I can't do this. Well, stuck a knife down his throat. Give over. Now don't tell me you never seen a sword swallower before.
Perhaps we should take a step back and examine the facts we know about the murder weapon again. Lucy, there were no other obvious signs of physical trauma on the victim, correct? What does that tell you? He was stabbed in the back and has no other wounds, so...
Totally out of the blue. Yeah, totally out of the blue. I didn't read it. It's fine.
If he's no other injuries and he was stabbed in the back, I'd say we're totally unawares.
I couldn't agree more.
So we can be fairly certain the victim was killed in a surprise attack. Oh, my poor Jack. That cowardly thief murdered him without even looking him in the eye. What is this? The man is beyond contempt.
That would be nothing short of a miracle. After all, we're talking about a complete stranger entering the room.
Aye, but there's no way he couldn't have put up a fight. That'd make no sense at all. Poor Jack.
It's a different one again.
He must have drifted off to sleep in front of the television. My poor honey did that a lot. That must be the reason why I did not notice that murderous villain breaking into the apartment.
That's an interesting new piece of information. We'll file it as a witness statement if you don't mind. I'd say that's more or less all we can deduce from the circumstances of death at this stage.
Questioning session over. Oh.
A thief so crazed in his desire for money that he stabs the poor sleeping homeowner to death. Can you imagine anything more terrifying?
What is happening?
Quite. Well, I believe we've gleaned all that we can for now from how the victim died.
Method of entry. So, we're trying to work out how the killer got into the room, are we?
That's right.
Now, I'm quite sure that cannot be more plain. Why, you only need to look at all that shattered glass to know that the outlaw came in through the window.
And that is the only possible way, is it? Isn't there some other way into the flat other than through the window?
I'll have a look around and see if I can figure out that big bloop 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 bloop. If the door were locked and the key were inside the flat at the time, then it's plain to see the outlaw did not walk in through the front door, as I have already said, which I do declare brings us back to the window. The murdering thief broke in through the window and stabbed my poor Jack in the back.
I find that hard to believe. Lucy, what do you think?
What if the door weren't locked when he broke in? It could have been locked later on. No. My poor simple little girl. Did you not notice the doors on these apartments all lock themselves?
Then maybe someone let him in. How about that?
I can assure you, I had never set eyes on that man before, and neither had my husband. Why would Jack let a stranger into his home? Or are you implying that I let that outlaw inside myself? Let us not forget that any man entering the building would have to pass the caretaker.
Indeed, it seems unlikely that Nix could have gained entry to the flat through the front door. I think we should examine the window in more detail, Lucy.
Aye, all right, Professor. Give it a good going over. Yeehaw. Zoom out. Zoom in. Window. It would obviously smash deliberately, eh?
Can you ascertain from which side the window was broken?
I feel like this is a trick question, but we're going with the one that Oh, never mind.
It were broken from the outside, from the balcony,
But it felt... Okay, here's the thing that I was thinking about earlier. The glass was, like, on top of him, and if it was smashed before he died, then the glass wouldn't have fallen on top of him. I just don't know who smashed the window and why from the outside. Hope that helps.
And how do we know this? Because of where the glass fell. Most of it's inside the room.
That was not her voice.
Exactly. The window was clearly smashed from some considerable force from the outside.
Now at last will you believe my statement is true. The outlaw had broke into my home and murdered my husband.
Prophet does same.
I have not finished, young lady. There's a vital piece of evidence on the balcony, something left behind by the outlaw. But of course, you would already have noticed something so obvious now, wouldn't you?
To the towel. Resume investigation. Blurp, blurp, blurp.
There's a bloodstained towel out on the balcony here, Prof. Pointed out earlier. Please do not tell me you failed to notice such an obvious piece of evidence before.
I did notice it, though.
No, I knew it was there.
What? What was that?
I knew it was there. I was just getting round to it, that's all. My, is that so?
It would appear to be a towel used to wipe the blood off the murder weapon.
The one's been chucked out on the balcony.
Now surely you can help figure that out.
No, fuck, shit.
Now surely you can figure that out without my help. Clearly the outlaw threw it away out there after he stabbed my husband and fled over the balcony.
Well, maybe
There is one thing I'd like to double check. Let's assume that the culprit did indeed break the window in order to get inside the flat. The loud noise would have alerted everyone to the intrusion. Does that not strike you as a rather clumsy approach for a seasoned housebreaker?
The window was locked. Why, the outlaw had no choice.
Was it? It was locked. Can you be sure of that?
I do declare I can. I distinctly remember it was locked from before. I always check all the doors and windows before I denude my body to take a shower, Professor.
Denude? Is that a word? I've never heard that before. Asking for a friend, and the friend is me.
Very reassuring to know. I'm pleased we could clear that up. Lucy, make a record of it, would you? It's fundamental to the case.
I'm delighted to see we are finally seeing eye to eye.
Keep that locked door in mind, Lucy.
I'll make a mental note, Prof.
There's one more thing I'd like to try to clear up, if I may.
And what might that be?
You've already mentioned in your statement, but did you hear the noise of the window smashing?
I most certainly did. Well, I still remember it now. I was in the shower at the time. Then I heard my husband scream. I came running out of the bathroom and I saw the outlaw. I said in my statement, he was wearing black from head to toe, and he fled over the balcony.
And you stand by your statement. That's exactly what happened.
That wasn't his voice.
Well, I hope you are not implying that I am a liar, Inspector.
I merely wanted to confirm the accuracy of your very important statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hannah. And also, thank you, JFK.
Well, I do believe the issues that were troubling you are no more. We have proven that the outlaw is guilty.
Oh, I?
What exactly are you trying to say?
The victim was taken by surprise and stabbed from behind. Smashing your way through a window hardly qualifies for a surprise attack, does it?
My poor, sorry simpleton. You still fail to understand. My husband was sleeping at the time. He did not hear the outlaw breaking the window.
Give over.
Are you really? Are you doubting me? You have established... You have already taken such a long time establishing that the window was smashed from the outside. That in itself is surely compelling evidence that the outlaw broke into my home as I have described. There can be no more room for doubt. I would kindly request that you allow me to go back to my home now, Inspector.
Of course, thank you very much for your cooperation. Goodbye. We shall get our files in order now after all the new information you've given us.
I believe that would be for the best. Such a simple case as this can surely be laid to rest by now.
One last thing.
Yes?
If we happen across any other awkward issues...
Ow, fuck. Ow. Sorry.
I presume you wouldn't mind helping us again.
God damn it. This burn is not... Ow.
As long as you are not wasting my time, Professor. Inspector, I should be glad to help.
He is not a professor. It's fine. Things are going fine in my brain. It's definitely healing more, Hannah, but it still, like, hurts a bit, and it's, like, peeled a lot, so, like, that's my new struggle. But it's, you know, it's reached a point I would have liked to have it had reached just a week and a half ago. It's fine, it's healing. Just, you know, it still hurts.
Thank you, I wish you all the best.
You know when you totally ruin your life with some wax?
Much obliged, I'm sure.
Yeah, it did. In JFK, it's been weeks. It's been weeks. This is just part of my life now.
Prof, you sure just letting her go like that?
That's her voice, sorry.
We weren't going to reach a conclusion like that. She knows that we suspect her.
I'm sorry, Prof, that's my fault. Got a bit het up.
Don't apologize. We all get worked up sometimes. Anyway, I'm quite certain now that she's the culprit.
Aye, likewise. You can tell she's hiding something by the way she's that quick to get muddy.
I'm convinced she hid the murder weapon somewhere in the room after she killed her husband. She wouldn't have had time to dispose of it outside before the caretaker arrived. Then she arranged the scene to look like an intruder broke in from the outside. However, there's an inconsistency between the course of events she describes and the scene she set up.
Is there?
Of course, there's no such thing as a perfect lie, Lucy. The murder weapon is somewhere at the scene of the crime without question.
Well, if we can find it, we'll blast a whooping great hole in that double-barreled...
We'll blast a whopping great hole in that double-barreled bimbo story. What a phrase!
There are two issues, the murder weapon and the way she set the scene to make it look like a break-in.
Right, okay.
We need to locate some irrefutable proof that shows Pottsby Mann's statement to be false.
I hear you, Prof.
Which evidence belies her statement? Which statement? I don't know which statement we're belying. Oh, it's the pasta. It's the pasta. It's the pasta. If he was asleep, why was he boiling pasta? It's not this, is it? She would have said something else.
What about this, Prof?
God damn it! Then it's not just any contradiction. I must be contradicting something specific. Exactly. I heard my husband scream, so I heard it. I just, you know, the pasta.
What about this, Professor? Could it be it? The broken glass? Which statement would be inconsistent with?
I think I read that wrong. I just really thought the pasta was relevant.
You've got it.
I've got it!
Yes, the broken glass is quite clearly inconsistent with that statement, which I said about 20 minutes ago. We've backed Potsby Man into a corner now. This proves he's been lying. Of course, you appreciate the inconsistency, what the inconsistency is exactly, don't you?
I like how the game is like, were you just clicking around or did you figure it out? Like, do you know what you're talking about or are you just guessing? I mean, like, they just do it, but like, you know, sometimes it asks and you're like, I do know why.
Aye, that's a broken glass on top of the botty, not underneath it. That's all wrong. Precisely. This puts paid to the idea that an intruder broke in via the window and killed Potsby. Well spotted, Lucy.
Questioning session over. Maybe, like, what if the pasta was important? To me. What if I thought the pasta was important? But that's stupid.
Let's see if we can find the murder weapon the suspect used. She must have hidden it somewhere here. Judging by the shape of the victim's wound, we're looking for something long and thin.
Long and thin. Right. I'll get looking. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. If I check this and I'm wrong, do you promise to all, like, not make fun of me? You can't make fun of me if I check this and it's wrong. You are not allowed to make fun of me. I swear to God. I swear to God. I need to check it because I'm focused on this thing. You are not allowed to make fun of me. You're not allowed to make fun of me. Let me try. Let me try, okay? Leave me alone. No, okay, thank God. I was like, please don't be that. Please don't be that. I was like, maybe the pasta will be something. So, like, please, like, I had to try. I had to try. I remembered, like, some stupid, like, Tumblr post about killing someone with, like, something that you get well, I remember, I think it was like melting something into, like, a knife. So, like, no, like making a knife out of ice and then melt. I was like, something really convoluted. Like, leave me alone. I had to try because I was thinking about the spaghetti. And some really messed up Tumblr post about weird ways to kill people. I have no idea where it could be, though. Can tell you it's still not the toilet. Maybe death by spaghetti, you know. I really don't know what I'm supposed to be getting, though, is the thing. That's one of the reasons why I'm just, like, making shit up. Like, I don't know where the murder weapon is. Yeah, the balcony is the murder weapon. The whole kitchen is the murder weapon. feel like I'm missing something. These chairs, murder weapon. This table, murder weapon. This one's weird. Okay, good to know. Not as weird as spaghetti, though. Not as weird as spaghetti. Murder weapon. We already did this one, but... He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This doesn't entirely make sense, but let me come over here and try it, because I don't actually know. No. Dude, I'm trying my best. You are so lucky that there are no penalties for me fucking this up. What if I check the rubbish bins? Can I check the rubbish bins? Or did they say it was empty? Mainly empty and contain nothing of relevance. Okay. It's not the knives. It's not the pot. It's not the kitchen. It's not the fridge. It's not the glass. It's not the window. Makes no sense for me to corpse. How, like, off am I right now? It's not the door or the clock. Something thin? Small little stain with a pair of it's the toothbrushes. Erga. Then I'm like, could it have been a hanger? That's like too vague and not a ward. Like, I understand it's a wardrobe. Maybe I like really don't know what they're looking for. Mostly I want a hint because stream is almost done and we haven't done anything in a few minutes. So I think I probably would. Is it the fucking corpse? That makes no sense. He's so sick of our shit. I know this. I know this to be true. They already said it wasn't the knives, but what if I check the knives again? It's not the knives. Okay. It's hidden in the apartment somewhere. I have to turn my thinking around. To re-examine something in one of the rooms. Alright, great. The reason for that was stupid. I'm not gonna even tell you what my reasoning was. I thought it made sense, but it actually doesn't. This one makes even less sense than the thing I was thinking about the TV. This clock's got me thinking, bruv.
You'd better have a closer look at it then, Lucy. You might be onto something.
Me, stupidly, well, it looks like static. Maybe it's the antenna. Clock hands. The metal hands of the clock. The minute hand is slightly long, bent at the tip. Uh-oh. Glass cover. Thick glass cover that protects the clock face and pendulum. It appears open and closed. Pendulum. A highly polished and heavy-looking pendulum.
So you've had a chance to examine the clock in detail now.
Aye.
And what do you think? Is there any way it could have been used as the murder weapon at all? Yes, the hand.
It's long and thin, alright, and pretty sharp too, and not a television antenna.
If you look closely, you'll notice it's also slightly bent.
Aye, there's every chance this is a wet tube.
There's every chance this is what
We used to do the fellow in.
I agree. Which means the murder weapon were in the room right from the start. And having committed the crime, the perpetrator hid it on the premises. In other words, the culprit was in the flat before, during, and after the crime. An excellent find, Lucy. I'm chuffed and dying. Ask forensics to go over the clock hand again, would you? If it really was the murder weapon, they should be able to find traces of Pottsby's blood on it.
Is she gonna zoom away? Will do. They both zoomed away. Update. That's everything. We've tied up all the loose ends, haven't we?
Yes, in theory at least.
How do you mean?
We haven't got quite enough. No, we haven't quite got enough to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Pottsby man was responsible.
Reasonable doubt? We're talking about reasonable doubt in one of these video games? That's nuts. I didn't think we needed that.
Why'd you say that? Never mind. Why don't you call our suspect in and we'll take it from there?
He's like, and whatever.
This time we'll get her to tell us the truth, whether she likes it or not.
I can't wait. That sounds not the most legal. Girl, make it quick. I'm sleepy. Oh my god, he's back. Keep your furry friend under control.
Well, I do declare. My furry friend, as you put it, does have a name, Ms. Baker. Bingo, I call him Bang. Well, I can't say I approve of the colour, but I hope that chain's a good one.
At the risk of repeating myself, Miss Pottsby Main, would you mind? Miss Pottsy Man, would you mind?
Yes, I know. Bingo, wait for me in the car, boy. The trunk's open. I'm sure the good inspector will not be keeping me long.
Arf, arf. JJ's right, what?
And now, whatever affairs we still have to discuss, Inspector, I trust we can do so quickly. I always go to the park with Bing around this time of day.
Don't worry, Miss Pottsby man. I'm fairly sure this will be the last time we meet.
So, what exactly requires my attention, may I ask? I assume you have finally concluded that it was the outlaw who murdered my husband.
On the contrary, we are not quite certain Mr. Nix is completely innocent in this matter. If you'll cast your mind back to our previous conversation, we established that the victim was
Stabbed from the back.
She said, ah! The victim was stabbed from behind without warning. He was caught completely unawares. Mr. Potsby had no idea what were coming. That there's no way Nix could have done that if he came in the way you were described. As I have already told you more than once, Jake was inclined to fall asleep while watching the television. Of course, we cannot deny the possibility that your husband was indeed asleep at the time. However, if that were truly the case, it would be at odds with something else that happened. In other words, because the window was shattered. All that glass breaking would have made a right din, no mistake.
You'd have to be deaf or window breaking.
No one could have slept through that. There's no way Mr. Portbay wouldn't have woken up.
Couldn't even a log couldn't.
I do declare you are slow as a snail sometimes, Miss Baker. My husband was quite exhausted that day while he was sleeping like a log. Completely exhausted. Even the clatter of the window breaking would surely not have roused him. Fast asleep. Well, there's not more to say there's not more to be said on that. Fucking Christ. Said on that front, I suppose. Jeez. Only when that outlaw drove his knife into my poor husband's back did he wake with a spine-chilling scream.
Then how did he get by the window door?
And it was on hearing that scream that you ran out of the bathroom to see what was happening.
That is correct. My sudden arrival scared the outlaw away before he could even steal the bitty bed. I know it was a thief they caught on the grounds.
I see. So that's the course of events as you describe it.
Have never said anything to the contrary.
So if I might recap. You were having a shower in the bathroom when you heard the sound of glass shattering. Immediately after that, you heard Mr. Potsby scream. That's what you're telling us happened, are you? It's also what you said in your statement.
Of course it is, because it's the truth, Inspector.
Then I would have to say you are a liar, Miss Potsby man.
What? A liar?
Indeed, there's a certain piece of evidence on the scene that will prove me right.
Well, I'm all ears. If this evidence really exists, then I would surely like to see it.
These bits of broken glass prove you're lying to us, Miss Potsby man.
Oh, this is hogwash. All these little bits of glass prove nothing of the sort.
Would you care to explain, Lucy? Tell Miss Potsby man exactly what the broken glass reveals.
I can't read. Still, no reading here. What does the broken glass show? The timing of the stabbing.
You only have to look at the broken glass to see the order of events that led to Mr. Potsby's death.
What order of events?
You claimed that you heard the window smash first, then your husband scream.
But if that were the case, what are all the bits of glass doing on top of the body, eh?
If your statement were true, the broken glass should be underneath the corpse.
But they aren't, are they, Mr. Potsby man? They're on top, which proves the victim was smashed after the victim was stabbed.
So it would seem you have deliberately given a false statement.
Well, I have done no such thing. I simply confused matters in my head. I'm all torn up about the loss of my dear husband. This simple misunderstanding proves nothing. I retract my statement I simply cannot remember if I heard the scream or the glass breaking first. Perhaps the outlaw came inside some other way and only smashed the window after killing my Jack.
Oh, you little weasel. Let us assume for a moment that you are indeed mistaken. That introduces a new complication.
It does.
Indeed, because we know the door and window were both locked before the incident occurred. If the culprit didn't break the window, how did they get into the flat?
Well, I have no idea. Just what are you trying to say, Inspector?
What I'm trying to say is simple. We can now be sure that the true perpetrator of this crime is...
It were you, Miss Goldie Pottsby Man. Not the most easy word to say. At the time of the attack, the window and door of the flat were locked. Or maybe that might have been Alfendi. Yeah, it was. The other way in were by smashing the window, but we know that happened after the victim died. With no other method of entry available, the only conclusion is that the culprit did not come in from outside. No, the person who did this was in the flat from the outset, and the only person who fits the bill is you, Miss Pottsby Man, is you.
Am I to understand that you are accusing me of murder because I was in my home the whole time? You ought to understand that. Then I must remind you something of vital importance that you appear to have overlooked. Oh, what's that? Oh, just a little bitty thing called a murder weapon. I heard it told you're still not found it anywhere inside the apartment, which I never left. I am struggling so much. We're so close to done. If I am to be accused of this crime, why, I would just love to know where I'm supposed to have put it.
Indeed, I confess to having been stumped by that conundrum.
Well, there you have it. You've not a shred of evidence that I killed my husband.
However, we did eventually manage to locate the murder weapon.
I beg your pardon? Oh, that's alright. We know exactly what you used to skewer your man. I do declare. Why, that's simply not possible.
You didn't dispose of the murder weapon outside the flat. No, it's been in there the entire time.
You're starting to rile me, Professor Inspector. Tell me where this murder weapon that I'm supposed to have used is. Beep-a-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee.
The murder weapon were hidden in the clock.
What? Are you quite sure?
Sure as eggs are eggs, aye.
It was the minute hand of the clock that we used to kill Mr. Pottsby. Why, this is hogwash. A man could never be killed with such a thing.
Well, the shape of the hand perfectly matches the victim's wound perfectly.
I haven't got long to wriggle your way out of this one. Forensics is going over with the fine-tooth comb as we speak. That's not right. It's fine-tooth comb, not fine-tooth comb, right? Am I wrong? Is it tooth comb or is it comb? Fine-tooth comb, not fine-tooth comb. What is it? Oh my god. This is not the priority. The phone is ringing.
Speak of the devil.
Hello? The shape of it. Well, it is almost...
You admit it now.
I don't think so. Do you, Inspector? Do you, Inspector?
Prof! What's the matter?
The results from forensics. They found no on it, no traces of blood whatsoever. Why didn't you guys do this before you interacted with her? Thank you, guys.
Really?
My, what a terrible shame. Your trump card, turned out to be a joker in the end. I do declare I hate it when that happens.
No, I must have missed something.
Prof, can I assume we're finally on the same page now, Inspector? That outlaw Nix is responsible for my husband's death, and I am no longer under suspicion. If you could just fill out these forms for me with words to that effect. Forms? Why, my husband's life insurance would simply will not pay out without the proper paperwork, Miss Baker. Have you got no shame at all? We're talking about a man's life. Why, you have no idea what you're talking about at all, missy. Jack doted on me. I changed accents again. He would turn in his grave if he thought his little pot of gold. Pot of gold, not gold digger. Oh god, I'm so stupid. Pot of gold. Jesus Christ. I even figured out jackpot. Come on. He would turn in his grave if he thought his little pot of gold would not be man after his death. Mine. Goldie pot, mine. Would not be mine after his death. How'd you have the gall to say something like that? Oh, my god. Okay.
Killing for cash. Not a bad idea.
Fucking Jekyll and Hyde bullshit. Jekyll and Hyde bullshit.
Prof, are you alright? But your motives are far, far darker than that, aren't they, Goldie?
Don't get up to with me now, Inspector. I keep calling him Professor.
Oh, but you enjoy it, don't you? You kill for money, but it's not the cash you're after, it's the kick, isn't it?
What are you on, Prof? What's got into you?
I can just imagine it. With that little smile creeping onto your lips as you prepared to the murder weapon.
Hannah, shut up. I will not fall into your pretty little trap, Inspector. I almost did it again. Need I remind you that you still have not even found this murder weapon of which you speak?
And we never will, because it no longer exists.
Inspector, I do declare you have lost your mind. Are you suggesting the murder weapon just vanished into thin air? Like some pasta? Like some pasta? You just ate it?
You'd be delighted if that's what we concluded, wouldn't you? But let me put it another way. The weapon that was used
To stab Jackpot's feet didn't exactly finish.
it melted.
What? In a furnace or something? Hang on. I think I get it now. I know what happened. Where? No way it's in the pasta. I'm nervous to click this. I don't know if that one's it. The murder weapon must have been melted in this pot.
Ah, yes, the weapon that killed Potsby
Disappeared in this very pot. I have no idea what you're talking about. I assure you, I was simply making my husband some pasta al dente.
Don't mock me. Where's the cutlery? Where are the bowls? The pasta sauce? There's no sign of any preparation of a meal at all, just the pasta in this pot of boiling water.
I had intended to prepare those things later, but I don't think so. I don't think that pasta were ever meant for eating at all.
No, the pasta was prepared for the sole purpose of the little disappearing act. Tell me by now you've figured out what the murder weapon was, Lucy.
Oh, I'm with you now, Prof. The murder weapon was... Was I just going off about a knife ice and you guys were just letting me do that? Did I really just start talking about it and you guys just had to sit there and listen to me? Like, on Tumblr, someone was talking about a knife made of ice. Jesus Christ. The weapon used to stab Jack Potsby to death were a knife made of ice. I was so close to right. It would have melted out into no time at all with the pot of boiling water like the one the pasta was in. Arthur and Luca are gonna fucking hate this game.
Why, anyone with an ounce of horse sense can see this is just a fiction you've concocted. Even if there was a knife made of ice like you say. It's gone now, is it not? My hands are clean. You could never prove I had such a weapon in my possession. Well, no, perhaps not, but,
My guy's gonna pass out.
Prof?
Yes, we can.
Pardon me, Inspector.
Are you back to normal now, Prof? This is the funniest line. Here, I'll screenshot that. Who gives a shit about the rest of what's going on?
Yes, Lucy, I'm fine now, thank you.
What are you two whispering about over there?
We were discussing the Ice Knife.
Ice knife? Ice knife.
You are, of course, correct that the killing knife itself is no more. However, in order to make the knife in the first place, there was a mold, and that mold is still on the scene.
I surely would like to see it.
Lucy, do you know what was used?
It's gotta be that. Not her ears wiggling. That's such a goofy one to put in.
It was this damn piece of card that was used to mold the shape of the knife. Ah, if you fold it back up along the creases, let's see what you get. I dropped my ring. Oh look, a perfect knife shape.
Yes, you lined the mold with cling film or the like, then filled it and put it in the freezer to make your knife. We'll be able to match the shape of the mold to that of the victim's wound to be certain, of course.
Ah, it's nothing more than a coincidence. Anyone can see that.
We have more evidence against you. After you stabbed your husband, you used a towel to wipe the blood off the knife.
The towel found out on the balcony. Found on the balcony.
Yes, and once you were satisfied you'd removed all the blood, you put the icy weapon in the boiling water. But are you absolutely sure you removed every last trace?
I do not follow.
In my experience, no one ever manages to remove all traces of blood from a weapon. If you did indeed dissolve the knife that killed your husband in boiling water, we will be able to positively identify the victim's blood when we examine the pot.
Why, you little...
Lucy, have forensics go over the pot for us, will you?
Straight away, Prof. I spoke with forensics, they're on the case already.
Now we merely need to wait for the results. Just stand here. Are you ready to admit for your crime now, Miss Potsby Man?
I have no intention of admitting to anything, Inspector. Even if you can prove that my husband was killed with a knife made of ice, it does not mean I did it. Oh, no one, you've had it, Loss. I've had nothing, Miss Baker, other than my innocence questioned most unjustly.
Unfortunately for you, there is no logical way in which you are not guilty. If you will cast your mind back, we showed there was no way into the flat when the incident took place. The doors and windows were locked. In other words, only somebody who was already inside could have stabbed Mr. Podsby.
Oh, please.
You admitted yourself that you did not leave the flat. In your own words, the apartment which I never left.
No,
Or is that another statement you would now like to retract? I must warn you that doing so is only likely to make things worse for you in the end, though.
I demand to see my attorney. You cannot continue to question me in this way.
Certainly, Lucy, make the necessary arrangements, please.
Will do, Professor.
Not Professor, just Prof. Just Prof. I'm fine. We're doing fine.
What, to be accused because of such a petty little thing?
Yeah, Profess. Just, I'm tired.
She put up quite a fight, eh?
Yes, she did. Now I need to go to bed. I had an episode.
I want to write twiz when the lab said they found not on that clock hand, I'll tell you.
Ah, don't worry, Lucy. You were not alone. It's a bit of a gamble as to whether they'll find any traces of blood in the pot of pasta as well. I'm just winging it. Fuck it.
You're joking, aren't you? We're not just saying shit and arresting people. Right?
I'm pretty sure she's going to confess now, though. Hopefully. That would be nice.
Pretty sure, eh? The fuck are we doing here?
How Fendi. She's admitted to everything.
Oh, what a relief. We really fucking just winged it there, did we?
Seems she was after the man's life insurance. She told us as much when we were questioning her, would you believe?
Oh,
did you know this? We found that pot to be one very large sum of money last year. That's when Miss Mann came into his life. Hardly what you might call a coincidence.
she was a real gold digger, eh?
Well, it seems like Potsby was spending money like water. She was terrified he'd rack up as much debt as the insurance payout, so she had to murder him quickly. I see. So it was something of a rush job, she no doubt prepared better for her other spouses.
So it's all done and dusted then. Fabulous. We can all take a nap.
I must say, Al,
You don't look very well. You're right. Probably that Jekyll and Hyde moment you had taken out of you after an episode. You take a nappy. Take a kip on the couch.
that's a bit of an exaggerated way of describing it, loosely, a little insensitive, don't you think? Bit rude. But I do feel a little under the weather. I think I'll go home early if no one objects. I need a kip very bad.
Are you sure you'll be alright? You're not gonna start murdering people, are you?
It's nothing a bit of sleep won't cure, I'm sure.
Totally normal. Hair changed color, but don't worry about it.
Can you close up the office when you leave?
Consider it done. I hope he's alright.
So it happened again, did it?
Hey, do you know that then, Flores? About the prof?
What Evers is all about, eh?
Calm down, Lucy. I don't really know much about it. But you're safe as long as there's a criminal present. You don't hear that said every day. That's kind of concerning.
What I mean is the other Al is only interested in criminals. He won't come to any harm.
She's like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Shit. I stole a candy bar from the store in high school. Shit. Oh no. This is bad. He can never know. He can never know about that. He really can't. She's like, ah shit, no, I was pirating stuff last night. Ooh. If he asks, I have Netflix. Hard yes. I totally have Netflix. Definitely have it. I'm definitely not just like Googling and torrenting. We're not. Ooh, I have Netflix. I own it. Pay for it. It's super legal. So he's got some kind of vendetta against all criminals or something.
Actually, from what I've seen of him, I'd say it's quite the opposite. He can't help liking them. All the more so, the more atrocious they are.
I don't like the sound of that. Maybe I'll get a new job.
There's really no cause for alarm. Like I said, as long as there's a criminal present, you're perfectly safe.
What happens if he shows up and it's just the two of us, though?
If it were me, I'd run my drip. Rip out my drip and run like the wind.
I think I'll come in with my plimsolls tomorrow. Don't know what that means. Stealing is a crime, JFK. So, take that. So true. So true. He is using Flores. Okay. So I do have to, obviously we're done for the night, but I do have to figure out how to buy the next cases. So, never mind. I figured out how to buy the next two cases. Who wants to Venmo me $5? I'm kidding. Thank you all for coming. This was fun. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I cannot believe you're a dad. This guy's a dad. Well, I mean, he was already a dad, but he was a bad dad, you know? Not good. Like this one. This guy over here. That's crazy. Good for him, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. His son's kind of fucked up. Like, did you do a bad job twice? That's not awesome for him. Figure it out, buddy. Anyway, thank you all for coming. On Thursday, I'll be hopefully finishing the Nancy Drew game, maybe starting the next one. Unfortunately, I think we've run out of the marriage drama because, ooh, that's what Nancy Drew games needed. They needed more interpersonal drama. Truly, it makes it so good. And then I think on Friday, Ronnie and I might be playing AA4. I'll tell you guys later. It's not entirely clear. And yep, that's all I got. Yeah, Layton needs to fix his shit. Whatever he did, whatever he put in the house water in the tea kettle, it's not working. But also, thank you, Vincigraft, for following. Thanks for hanging out with us. But yeah, I'll see you if you're coming to this one next week. Yeah. Yep, next Monday. All right. Have a good day and have a good night, and make sure you drink some water. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.